in 12th Commerce, Chapter 7, Stock Exchange. In that, we are going to see about the futures, benefits, and limitations of stock exchange and stock exchanges in India. First, we will see about the futures of stock exchanges. The first one is market for securities. As you know that it is a market wherein the securities are bought and sold. The second point is deals in second-hand securities. As we know that the stock exchanges deals the existing securities, that is the securities which are already issued by the companies, so that it is called as a secondary market. The third point is it regulates trade in securities. That is, it provides the place or the infrastructure and facilities for trade in securities to its members and brokers. It regulates the trade activities so as to ensure free and fair trade. Fourth point, allows dealings only in listed securities. That is, those companies which have listed their names in the list maintained by the stock exchanges are only allowed to trade in the stock exchange, so that unlisted securities cannot be dealt. The fifth point is transactions effected only through members. That is, all the transactions in securities are dealt by the authorized brokers and members. That is, the persons who want to buy or sell securities have to deal through the authorized brokers or members. Sixth one, association of persons. It is an association of persons or body of individuals which may be registered or unregistered. The seventh one is recognition from central government. That is, the stock exchanges are organized markets. It requires recognition from the central government. Eighth one, working as per rules. That is, the trading is governed by the rules and regulations of the stock exchanges as well as SEBI guidelines. The ninth one is a specific location. That is, it has a particular location wherein the authorized brokers and members can trade only during the working days and also working time. That is, in other words, the trade in stock exchanges are conducted and controlled through computers and electronic system. 10th one, financial barometers. That is, it acts as a financial barometer and development indicator of an economy. That is, the index of stock exchange reflects the growth and stability of a nation. Next, we will see about the benefits, that is, advantages of a stock exchange. The benefits of stock exchanges are broadly classified into three categories, that is, benefits to the community, benefits to the company, and benefits to the investors. First, we will see about the benefits to the community. The first one is economic development. Stock exchanges speeds up the economic development by ensuring a steady flow of savings into productive purposes. Second one, fundraising platform. That is, it acts as a platform for the well-managed and high profit-making companies to raise unlimited funds. Third one, tools to divert resources. That is, the limited financial resources are diverted to good running enterprises for better utilization. Fifth one, capital formation. That is, the stock exchange encourages capital formation. And the fifth one is fundraiser for government. That is, it enables the government to raise funds for undertaking new projects through sale of securities. The second category is benefits to the company. The first point, enhances goodwill or reputation. That is, the listed companies enjoy greater goodwill and credit standing because of the stock exchange. And the second one is wide market. That is, it provides wide and ready market for the securities. And the third one is raises huge funds. That is, the companies can raise unlimited funds by issue of shares and debentures. And the fourth one is increases bargaining strength. That is, the companies whose shares raise in the stock exchange command higher bargaining power in the event of expansion, merger, or amalgamation. Next category is benefits to the investors. That is, the investors can avail the following benefits. The first one is liquidity. That is, the investors can easily convert their securities into cash quickly. Second one is adding collateral value of a security. The securities which are bought in stock exchanges acts as a good collateral security for obtaining loan from the banks. And the third one is investor protection. By strictly enforcing the rules and regulations, the stock exchanges safeguards the investor's interest. Fourth one, assessing real worth of security. That is, an investor can readily assess the value of the securities by referring the market quotations or by seeing the newspapers and websites. Fifth one, mechanism to trade a security. That is, the stock exchanges provides a mechanism by which trading of securities takes place in a matter of few minutes. Limitations of a stock exchanges. Though the stock exchanges may provide more number of benefits, it also affected by some limitations or disadvantages. That is, first one, a lack of uniformity and control. Second one, absence of restriction on the membership. Third one, failure to control unhealthy speculation. Fourth one, allowing more than one charge. Fifth one, non-insistence of margin requirements. And the sixth one, no proper regulation for listing of securities. Now we will see about the stock exchanges in India. That is, there are 24 stock exchanges in our country, with 21 of them being regional in nature, and the 3 others have been set up in the reforms era. That is, National Stock Exchange NSE, Over-the-Counter Exchange of India Limited OTCEI, and Interconnected Stock Exchange of India Limited ISE. These are adopting screen-based trading system, that is online trading.